Shalom. Shalom, mashallah. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim, Ashah, Bashim, Kakodash. Give me the spirit to do this, listen to this video. What we got right here. Alright, we got some opinions. We got some statements about, by a woman. And we're going to address them. What's pretty much what this video is, what stuck out to me. I'm going to read it first. And it's spiritual. Somebody's on Twitter post. This is an Instagram post, but this is tweets from Twitter. Screen. So and the person that tweeted this, Jacob's revenge. That's the spirit. Jacob's revenge. There's got to be a Jake. Israelite. Anyway, he said, "No hymen, no diamond." And that's funny. You're right. That stuck out to me. Saying no hymen, no diamond. Pretty much, if she's not a virgin, because ultimately, what was the priest, the Levitical priest, especially the men of the lineage of Aaron, were held to a standard that their wives had to be virgins, man. And a virgin is simply put, a virgin is a woman where her hymen is still intact. Right? She never had sex. Her box is basically sealed. Alright? She never had any sexual contact. Alright? Especially any sexual intercourse. Right? Now, this woman said no diamond, no sex. Now, marriage is not, anyway, simply put, marriage doesn't pertain to a ring, contrary to popular belief. All right, marriage is what it is. It's a blood covenant. What makes it a blood covenant? The hymen. All right, through the act of sex, you popping a woman, she bleeding. That covenant, the blood from her hymen, that makes you her wife. That's what sex is, man. Sex means to cut. Come from the Latin word sexus. All right, or sixus, which means to cut, to divide, to sever. All right. Now she said no diamond, no sex. Doesn't rhyme, but oh well, LOL. So we're gonna get this whole post. We're gonna read it. We'll get some scriptures and we're gonna close out. All right. This woman said, she tweeted, "A woman can't undo losing her virginity, but she can guard her heart, her body, her womb moving forward. That is the right thing to do." All right. Now, not knocking that. All right, like it says, if you're a woman, all right, and, prior to coming into this truth or coming to this knowledge, all right, you have a past, all right, you're supposed to repent and be converted. You're supposed to not be a whore, or a prostitute, all right. A whore, an adulterous woman, a profane woman. You're supposed to turn away from that lifestyle. So I can agree with her right here. Say a woman can't undo losing her virginity, but she can guard her heart, her body, her womb moving forward. That is the right thing to do. Yeah. All right. It says, fellas, if you like her enough to expect sex from her, but not enough to marry her, that's a sign of immaturity and non-commitment. People are not playthings. Now, women do the same thing. Women do the same thing. Look, let me put it like this. Women do this in their youth. Men do this in their prime. No, women do this in their prime. Men do this in their prime. Women in their prime in the West, they are on a cock carousel. All right? They don't want to be, they don't want, like the scriptures say, let me get Romans 1. Romans 1, man. All right, because women in their prime do this. All right, what she just said, what she's condemning fellas or men for doing, women do this in their prime. But then on the flip around, once they out their prime, once they know they can't do that stuff no more, now they want to change. Now they, what I'm saying? The scriptures also talk about how to remember the Most High in thy youth. And we're going to get that. All right, this is Romans Romans 1:26, for this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affection, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Right? What is the natural use of a woman? Well, let's get it. The natural use of a woman. Titus. All right, Titus 2:3. It says that aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not giving them much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to do what? To be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word, here's the point, that the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed. So that's the natural use of a woman. All right, to what? She need to be sober, right? She need a reality. A lot of these women delusional as fuck. They need a reality at a young age. These young women need a reality check. They need a reality. They minds are getting all polluted with this false philosophy of the beast, man. You know, they watching Disney World and shit. You know, when they little ones, you know, Disney Channel and shit and all that other BS. Then when they adolescents, you know, they on social media, they getting poisoned with TikTok and Instagram and Twitter. All right, with these profane and vain lifestyles. All right, they watching Basketball Wives and shit. You know, older Eve's watching Basketball Wives, loving hip hop and shit. You know, they just want to be celebrities, man. They take what Esau pushes out to them, you know, being whores and harlots, riding a cock carousel, all right, feminism, all right, being a feminist, you know. I mean, it's complete madness, man. The little kids, they talking about how they don't want to, they only want to have kids so they can put the men on child support. You know what? Now you got bitches talking about that they don't need child support because they got OnlyFans now. Abort the kids. So Yahweh Shema Shah is going to destroy a lot of these women. A lot of these women going to die, especially over here in the West. You know? It says they may teach the young women to be sober, right? To be real. Sober meaning you ain't drunk. You ain't on drugs. You ain't delusional. All right? It says to love their husbands, right? To love that. A lot of these women don't love their husbands, man. And what they say fuck that nigga. All right? Fuck that nigga, go get another one. All right? Where is that in the scriptures, man? To love their children. These women don't love these women have these children so they can use them as pawns against they use them as weapons against the father. You know? They don't bring them up in the right way. Because if these women love their children, they're having to see it that the man is in the house, that the man is in their children's life. But they don't do that, man. All right? It's verse 5, to be discreet. Discreet. These women ain't discreet. All right? These women are loud and proud. Loud and proud. All right? Loud and proud. The opposite of discreet. All right? Chase. When the last time have you ever, when you ask a woman, she said, what do you bring to the table? And she said, I bring, I'm very chaste. When have you had a woman ever say I'm chaste? I bring chastity to the table. All right, a lot of people don't even know what chaste even means. Chaste mean to be well kept. A woman that's a virgin is chaste. All right, she's clean, she's holy. A chaste virgin, like Apostle Paul said, I have reserved the church as a chaste virgin to Mashiach. All right. Keepers at home, homebody, right? Keepers at home, they take good care of the house. All right. I won't have a woman ever to. You said, well, what do you bring to the table? Oh, well, I'm a good keeper at home. I take good care of the house. I'm gonna make sure that it's a warm home for you when you get back. Or, you know, when have you ever heard a woman say that, man? All right. Especially when a woman is in her prime to be married. All right, when she's in her prime, they never say that. All right, good. All right, you understand? That's plain good. These women ain't good. They say they said they baddies. They bad, but they baddies. They're bad. All right, obedient to their own husbands. Right, submissiveness. Now, when have you know one type of I can submit. I'm submissive. Never, man, never. So this is the natural use of a woman. All right, said that the word of Yahweh be not this why did it say that the word of Yahweh be not blasphemy? Because he know, all right, the apostle Paul knew, who was writing this epistle to Titus. He knew that the Most High set up the woman for this very thing. This is their purpose on the earth. Okay, so I'm gonna read Romans 1 again. Romans 1 and 26. For this cause Yahweh gave them up into vile affections, for even their women did change their natural use unto that which is against nature. Right, so these women are against nature. All right, a woman being in her prime, riding a cock carousel, being a whore, all right, having children, whatever you want to do it, and then later down the line talking about she want a man to come and marry her and save her. That's against, all right, the nature that the Most High Yahweh Shemashah have set up. And you women think you can go around and play games and play the Most High? Nah, ain't gonna be none of that. All right, it says okay, fellas, if you like her enough to expect sex from her, but not enough to marry her, that's a sign of immaturity and non-commitment. All right, but you gotta play both. Why are these men doing this? It's the reason why these men doing this. Why are these men? Because they trying to, they doing the same thing that y'all did on them. They playing a game back on y'all. All right, they put, if okay, you can say people are not playthings. People are not banks as well. People are not ATMs. Right, people are not playthings and people are not ATMs. All right, shit, the women started that anyway. It's not foolish. It's not foolish for a woman to save sex for marriage. Wait a minute. Marriage is sex. Okay, so let's start right there. Let's stop right there. Matter of fact, all right, let me go to Genesis. This is Genesis 2:21. And Yahweh power caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which Yahweh power had taken from man made he a woman and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Right? And they were both naked, man and his wife, and they were not ashamed. What does it mean? And they shall be one flesh. Right, man? How do you become one? What is that talking about? It's talking about through the act of sex, man. Through the act of that covenant. Let me go to Genesis. Let me go Genesis. All right. Genesis 24:3. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field at eventime, and he lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, the camels were coming. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel. For she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant had said, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah, and she became his wife. And he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. What do you mean it became his wife? How did she become his wife? All right, a man shall leave his father and mother, All right, shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh with it. When cleave and become one flesh. What is that? Well, let's get Yahweh Shah. He gonna go further into. He gonna kind of give you the proper understanding, man. All right, Mark 10 and 6. But from the beginning of creation, Yahweh made them male and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they twine shall be one flesh. And they twine shall be, the two shall be one flesh. Do what? Through the act of sex. Right? So then they are no more twine, but one flesh. Where therefore Yahweh have joined together, let no man put asunder. Right? And this is why. Because if sex is not marriage, then why? What's the point of saying adultery? Okay. What's the point of adultery if sex is not marriage? And another point, if sex is not marriage, why is it that if a man put away his woman and a woman go lay with another man, it's considered adultery? But I thought, wait a minute, I thought he gave her a bill of divorcement, she was put away. No, that's still adultery, man. All right, that's why. Matter of fact, Yahweh said, she that is put away. All right, man. He harped on this twice in the book of Matthew. Let me go to okay. This is Matthew 5:31. They have been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, save him for the cause of fornication, causing her to commit adultery. Right? And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced, committed for adultery. Right? Because a woman can only marry really only one time. She only has one hymen, man. All right, so if you put away a woman, saving, if you put away anything besides her committing fornication can be adultery. Having sex with another man. It can be bestiality. It can be lesbianism. It can be any type of profane, lewd act of fornication. She put away for. If you put away for anything beside that, then you causing her to commit adultery. Because you put away, what's she gonna do? I mean, it's not you gonna go deal with somebody else, and by that she gonna commit adultery because she not having sex with that person. You can't have sex. A woman can have sex with no hymen, man. All right, a woman cannot have sex with no hymen. Sex means to cut, which means it's literally the ceremonial act of marriage. It's sex. I'm gonna go to Matthew 19. So this statement don't even apply. It's talking about it's not foolish for a woman to save sex. A woman can't save something that she can't do no more. How can you save something that you can't do? Okay. Matthew 19. All right, Matthew 19:7. They said to him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? And he said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. All right. So this is what it's saying. So if you put away, as I said, I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication. So let's say you put away a wife other than fornication, and shall marry another, meaning she marry another, commit adultery. Right? She commit adultery, and whoso married her, which is put away, doeth commit adultery. You commit adultery. Because sex is marriage. All right, and a man can only have sex. A man can only lawfully marry a virgin. Okay, and that's according to the scriptures, man. Contrary to popular belief. So this statement is null and void. It's not foolish for a woman to say sex for marriage. Even if she has sex before, she still doesn't want to get pregnant by you. Casual sex is 1,000 times more risky for the woman, no comparison. All right, so there's nothing wrong with a woman, all right, repenting and stuff like that, but the proper understanding have to be broken down. People got to understand what the type of word that they're saying, all right? And the Most High, and really lawfully in God's eye, a woman, that's why it says, let me get that in Amos. For the most part, these women are harlots, all right? So is it really marriage? Go to Amos 7 and 15 says, and Yahweh took me as I followed the flock, and Yahweh said it to me, go prophesy unto my people Israel. Now therefore hear the word of Yahweh. Thou says, prophesy not against Israel, drop not thy word against the house of Isaac. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land. And Israel shall surely go into captivity fourth of his land, right? So, this is the curse put on Israel, and that's why you got what these women doing, what they doing today. It's simple, man. All right, and your woman, your woman is not really your woman if you didn't get her if she was a virgin, man. Point blank, period. On a what's the word? What's that word? When you get a contextual, is it contextual? Is it fuck? But anyway, on a technically, right? Let's get technical. If you didn't get her as a virgin, if you wasn't the first to pop her, that's not your wife. All right, and y'all not married, man. On a technical, if y'all want to get into the law, technically, right? That ain't your wife, man. All right, it says, fellas, don't complain about a girl's body count. Hold on, you can't. Wait a minute. Let's go to Exodus real quick. All right. No. Leviticus. All right, Leviticus. Let's go to Leviticus real quick. All right, because why did the Most High say this? It's Leviticus 21:7. Wait a minute, who is he speaking to? Leviticus 21:1. Yahweh said to Moses, speak unto the priests, the sons of Aaron, saying to them, there shall none be defiled for the dead among his people. So the Lord speaks to the sons of Aaron, right? So this is the high priest, right? Verse 7. It says, they shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane. So nobody can. Wait a minute. The Lord is commanding the sons of Aaron, all right, the priests, right, that they cannot have a wife that is a whore or whore meaning harlot, prostitute, or profane meaning she put away, or she had that woman in John, how was dealing with when he said go get thy husband. She said, I have no husband. She said, I said, true, if I have 5 husbands. That's a profane woman. All right, she's used goods. All right, no whether how you put it, slice it, dice it. They shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane. Neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband. I mean, hey, right? Oh, wait a minute. Profane meaning outside the temple. So a profane woman can be a heathen woman. That's why that's what actually profane is. A heathen woman, man. A heathen woman or Israelite woman that's heathenistic. All right, somebody that's outside the temple of Yahweh Shema Shah. So you can't take a whore, a profane, or a woman that's put away. Neither shall they take or profane can be also a widow. It says, neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his power, right? So a priest can't take a harlot. He can't take a a heathen woman or Israelite or Israelite woman with is practicing heathenistic customs, right? I know Israelite woman that grew up in the heathen ways, pretty much a Israelite Gentile. They can't take a woman that's put away or a widow, man. Verse 8, it says, thou shalt sanctify him, therefore, for he offered the bread of thy power. Sanctified meaning clean, holy, sanctified. He's hallowed. Thou shalt sanctify him, therefore. So it matters what woman you have. Thou shalt sanctify him, therefore, for he offered the bread of thy power. He shall be holy unto thee, for I am Yahweh, which sanctify you, am holy. All right? And the daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the whore, she profaned of her father, she shall be burnt with fire. So it's evident. Okay, and check this out. It says, so this is the high priest, and he that is the high priest among his brethren, upon whose head the anointing oil was poured, and that is consecrated to put on the garments, shall not uncover his head, nor rend his clothes, neither shall he go into any dead body, nor defile himself for his father or for his mother, neither shall he go out of the sanctuary, nor profane the sanctuary of his power, for the crown of the anointing oil of his power is upon him. I am Yahweh. And he shall take a wife in her virginity, a widow, or a divorced woman, or a profane, or an harlot. These shall he not take, but he shall take a virgin of his own people to wife of his own people. All right, so he can't take a virgin. He can't take a heathen virgin at all, neither. He can't take a heathen, he got to take an Israelite virgin of his own people, a virgin of the daughters of Aaron, or the Levite women, man. He got to take a Levite woman that's a virgin, like that. It says, neither shall he profane his seed among his people, for I, Yahweh, do sanctify him. So there you go. So this is big. So, I mean, talking about fellas don't complain about a girl's body count if yourself had taken other women's virginity. Now, there's nothing wrong with a man taking a woman's virginity, because that's supposed to be his woman. And a man can have as many wives as he desire, as the Most High give him. Right, as long as he's doing right according to the laws of Yahweh Shema Shah, it's lawful for that, man. All right, so how is he a part of the problem? Let me get it. Exodus 21, because a man can have more than one woman, and if a woman, all right, technically, if a man takes a woman's virginity, that's his woman, that's his wife. All right. And so if he do that again, take another woman's virginity, that's gonna be, so now he got 2 wives, 3 wives. You know what I'm saying? That's how it really supposed to be done. A man really doesn't supposed to get a woman, especially if you are a Levite. You really don't supposed to get a woman that's not a virgin. Okay, Exodus 21 and 10. It says, if you take him another wife, right, her food, her raiment, her duty of marriage, and not diminished. He's not just talking about, okay, he got 1 wife and he just take 2 wives. He's talking about 2. No. Another wife meaning another wife. You know how DJ Khaled say, another one, and another one, and another one. And there's no limit to how many wives a man can take. All right, so a man that's taking a woman's virginity, doing a right by her, commend that man, because he's doing the right. He understands marriage. He's having a royal kingly mindset. All right, he's dealing with virgins. He's making them their wives. All right, so he can't complain, because let's say, okay, I'm a man. I only want to marry virgins. All right, all my wives are virgins. I'll say, okay, all my wives are virgins. I just want to have virgins as my wives. The body count of a woman, okay. You can say whatever you want. Okay, I'm complaining. The woman's body count to me, it matters, because my power, my religion, me being a Hebrew Israelite, my forefathers have set the standards for me to do marriage the correct way, and that's taking a woman in her virginity, making her my wife, right? And if I don't want to have a wife, if I don't want to deal with a woman that's not a virgin, I have that right, I have that authority by law, according to Yahweh by Shema Shah, who is the supreme judge, man. And who are you as a woman that say, I can't complain? Who the hell are you? It's talking about lower your ego and your expectation. Well, the scriptures tell us what to do and what not to do and what we can do. And if really, technically, a woman, you're not supposed to deal with a woman that ain't a virgin, man. That's adultery. Okay? No hymen, no diamond. He correct, man. She's talking about no diamond, no sex. Doesn't rhyme, but oh well, laugh, LOL. And I'm put like this: you women gonna get humbled, man. All right. I know I've been talking for a while, but it's necessary. I'm put like this: you women gonna get humbled, man. All right. You women will be humbled real soon, man. All you women, you know, she's talking about Lord. No, you women, you need to lower your ego and your expectations. All right. You need to lower your ego and your expectations. You women that's not virgins, you women that got kids with men, you women with past, you women with baggage. Because everybody got a past, but some of y'all passes are it's prison. Your past is prison. That's a baggage. Right? A lot of you women with baggage, you need to lower your ego and your expectations, man. You need to lower your ego. Now, don't tell men. Matter of fact, let me get this. A lot of these women, they got the game. That's why Jeremiah 30 says what it says. A lot of you women got the game fucked up. You got it twisted. You got this shit twisted, man. First Timothy 2:11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I'll suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man. So first, she fucked up by even trying to address men in this matter, in this situation. You know? All right, who are you? Okay, it says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. If, and that's a big if, they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety, which you women don't fucking do. So a lot of you women ain't gonna fucking make it. All right? And this brother right, no hymen, no diamond. Set the bar high, man. All right? It's time to remember let's go Deuteronomy 32, man. Okay? Deuteronomy 32 and 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee. Okay? When the Most High divided to the nation their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So, if we the Lord's inheritance, we are to be to do what he commanded us to do. All right. And again, I'm gonna keep saying it. Technically, you're committing adultery by getting with a woman that's not a virgin, because that means she been popped already. She popped already. Especially, you would be a stupid ass nigga. You dealing with a woman that got kids already. I mean, it's evident that you don't. It's evident that you don't belong there, bro. All right, they're already established. You dealing with another man's wife, another man's kid. All right. Especially if that man's still alive. All right, I can see. Okay, maybe she was a widow, and you know what I'm saying. She, man, like a lot of you guys be stepdads, and the man is still breathing. All right, this man living his life, and you gonna take care of his responsibility and his possession. You know, you're off. Okay, you're off. The sexual revolution did not bring liberation. It brought unbelievable chaos, degeneracy, and ruin for men and women. This is why I can agree with that. All right. She said red pill and MGTOW are the male form of feminism. You can't change my mind. All right. I don't agree with that. It's like I don't agree with that because red pill is First off, red pill is from the Matrix. It's talk about showing you how deep the rabbit hole goes. It's just endless truth. Now MGTOW, I don't even know what the fuck that stands for. What does that stand for? We can look it up. MGTOW. Alright? What the hell does that stand for? Oh, men going their own way. Okay. I mean, pretty much is waking up men to the fact of the BS that America is taught, from sexual liberation to the feminist movement to women, equal rights, all these different things, right? All right, so you can't. Let me description. You can't get mad at the byproduct, because this is ultimately the byproduct. You women, you took the bait, and now the men waking up. Now it's the man's turn. I'm gonna go to Galatians. All right, you can't have it. You can't have it both ways. Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So you women are now getting that pushback from all the years of wickedness. All right, let me go to Jeremiah. So now you wanna complain. Jeremiah 31:22. You wasn't complaining when you was compassing. Jeremiah 31:22. How long will thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Meaning a woman shall go around the authority of a man. And that's what that whole feminist movement is about. That's sexual liberation movement. That equal rights, right? You want us to be equal with a man. So now you getting that pushback you didn't want. Now you suffer from it. Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting. So don't complain now. Like you gotta weigh it out in the balance, man. Weigh it out in the balance. But with that, I'm gonna close out. Give my praise to Yahweh. All right, you women will be brought back down. All right, to earth, and the Lord gonna give y'all a cold reality check. With that, shalom.